Hey everyone, what is going on? So we have kind of a short video, a Twilight video, but I wanted to make a video today anyway because I wanted to ask you guys, what do you prefer seeing in the coming days, in the coming weeks? Do you want to see more Twilight videos, or do you want to see other leagues and other battles, other themes, which I do plan on doing? Let me know what you want to see. I do have a Twilight video in this video, you know, Twilight battles in this video, and I'm not saying I'm completely done with Twilight. I'm going to continue to do them, but I might you know, go back and forth because I don't only want to do Twilight videos. I want to branch out into other PvP battles and other leagues and whatnot. But anyway, I just want to show you that I did go ahead and find a shiny Natsu, so that was really exciting. It was in the mall today. Went ahead and found that beautiful shiny Natsu. Now, it actually is my third one, but I did get an offer on for shiny Love Disc that I might take, so, or that I probably am going to take actually. So we'll probably go ahead and do that. And I also did slow this video down. It's not sped up. I didn't slow it down, but I just didn't speed it up because we only have a few battles, just because I wanted to basically get out a video and ask you guys what you think. Should I branch out and not only do Twilight videos, or should I do Twilight videos, continue to do them? Now, I am going to continue to do them, but maybe not as often. Maybe I'll do other PvP battles, but just let me know what you think in the comments down below, and let me know how I can improve my content for you guys, because I really do enjoy making these videos, and I love learning from you guys as well. But anyway, I did go ahead and do a special trade. I traded my extra shiny Pineco. I had 3 of them. Well, I had 1 Pineco and 1 Fortress for my friend's shiny Makuhita. So shout out to you, Sunrise Valley. I really appreciate that shiny Makuhita. Thank you. That's my very first one, and I hope you enjoy that shiny Pineco. So, you know, pretty decent IVs, has perfect defense, so I'm happy with that. So the person that I'm battling actually only has 3 Pokemon, so kind of like an incomplete team for this PvP battle for the Twilight Cup, and that's okay. I'm just going in with Beedrill. Now, I'm not saying Beedrill is good. It's not. I don't think it is. I mean, it did, you know, take hits better than I expected it to, so I guess that's pretty good. But gonna go ahead, get off that X Scissor, and yeah, he's gonna go ahead and block it, probably because he was predicting a poison move or whatnot. And yeah, I just went in with the Beedrill I had. It has about 1400 CP or close to it. And yeah, he switches into the Alolan Muck, get off yet another X Scissor, and he's going to eat that one because he doesn't want to waste all his shields. And you know, Alolan Muck is a bulky Pokemon, so actually takes that quite well. Takes it really well, actually, not just quite well. And going to go ahead and get off another X Scissor. And this is the only match I'm using Beedrill in. Again, I don't think Beedrill is that great. I'm surprised at how well it's been taking damage, even if it resists something, just because Beedrill is really not known for its defense. So I was a little bit surprised about that, but I guess, you know, if it resists something, I guess it's going to be able to take those hits. I don't know. But we do get off yet another X Scissor, and I believe that he did actually go ahead and block this one. No, he didn't, so almost knocks it out. Oh, that's right, he's out of shield, so he couldn't block it. But he does get off another move, and unfortunately, I'm not going to block that because it's going... Yeah, I didn't want to block that because I didn't want to waste my shield, basically. So Beedrill is basically gone at this point. So switching into Toxicroak against that Alolan Raticate. Now, you know, Toxicroak's going to be able to knock down that Alolan Raticate just fine, but he does switch into a Azumarill, so you guys know I have to get out of there. And I do go into my Crobat, and of course he can't switch since he already switched. Now, because I know this is a carbon copy of my Azumarill with Ice Beam and Play Rough, I do go ahead and block it because I knew he was going to go ahead and use that Ice Beam. So, yeah, that allows me to get up that shield. That's why I didn't want to protect the Beedrill earlier, things like that. So I do go ahead and get off a Poison move, Sludge Bomb, and that is going to be able to easily finish off that Azumarill, even though Azumarill is tanky. And he does switch into Alolan Raticate, and he actually gets off his Hyper Fang move, and this Hyper Fang is going to... actually, he gets off Crunch, my bad. I thought he used Hyper Fang, but I guess Hyper Fang needed a little bit more to charge. I think he uses that later on, I don't know. But we do go ahead and get off that Sludge Bomb, which is actually going to put a good amount of dent into Alolan Raticate, actually good enough to be able to knock it out and take the win. So that is game 1, and yeah, I will be speeding up the videos in future videos. I just didn't for this one because we only have a few battles. We were just playing for fun, only a few times, just to get like the items and whatnot, you know. So only a few battles for this one, so I do apologize for that. But let me know if you like the longer videos as well, if you prefer longer than like 10 or 15 minutes, if you prefer like 20. I could do more battles per video, whatnot, but you know, right now starting with that Sharpedo. Now Sharpedo is a good Pokemon with that bite. It usually does a lot of damage, but not against Alolan Muck because of how bulky it is, so he actually does good amount of damage with that Poison Jab, able to almost knock me out. So I'm just going to let Sharpedo fall at this point because, yeah. So, goodbye Sharpedo. I didn't want to invest a shield into that, so I just let it fall, and I'm going to switch into Toxicroak. He's going to pull out, and I do get that Mud Bomb off. Of course, he's going into Azumarill, and Mud Bomb is not going to do much to Azumarill. He's actually going to block it, probably because he didn't know I had his Toxicroak, and he didn't know what moves I had on it, so he didn't know if I was going to come in with a poison move or whatnot, I think. So that's what he was saying, at least. So we actually pull the switch and go into Drapion. Now, Drapion does get Bite. I do not have Bite on my Drapion. I didn't really focus on the new moves or whatnot, but it does get Bite as, you know, a good option. And he does go, and he goes ahead and uses his Ice Beam, so I go ahead and protect because I don't want to take that damage. And yeah, just continuing to charge up my charge moves, and we do get the crunch, but I'm actually going to go ahead and wait for that poison move, Sludge Bomb, of course, because it's super effective against Azumarill, and Sludge Bomb hits and does a good amount of damage. Now, Azumarill is so bulky, it actually takes that. I don't want to say it takes it well, but it does take it. That's how bulky it is. So he does go ahead and get off another Ice Beam. So I'm going to go ahead and use my last Protect on that, just because I knew I would be able to get off another Sludge Bomb, and I would be able to finish off his Azumarill just fine. So yeah, we go ahead and knock it out. So that's nice. He did take an early advantage by getting rid of Sharpedo, but we do put ourselves in a pretty good position afterwards. So now he has the Alolan Raticate, and I do go ahead and use Sludge Bomb, and this is going to do a good amount of damage to Alolan Raticate. Not enough to finish it off, but not bad. I mean, I would say probably did about half damage, so, you know, he's currently at like 40%, 35%, something like that. So we do go ahead and pull in that Toxicroak, and of course Toxicroak is going to be really strong against Alolan Raticate. Hyper Fang, not enough to finish me off, even though Hyper Fang is a really good move. I really like it. We do go ahead and knock out that Alolan Raticate, and now he switches into his last Pokemon, but I do get off the Mud Bomb. He said he had his charge move ready to go, but I was able to get off Mud Bomb first, so we actually do go ahead and take the win for that. But he could have won had he gotten off his charge move first, but good game. We were able to get it off before he did, and yeah, so that is a nice game. We actually do go ahead and pick up a rare candy. No Sinnoh Stones in this battle for either of us, unfortunately. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and move on to the final match. And yeah, this is the final match of the video. The next video will have more matches sped up. But yeah, final match for right now. I only used Beedrill once, just I guess just for fun. It's not a Pokemon I would really recommend for the Twilight Cup, but it was fun to use, I guess. Starting with Mawile. Now, my Mawile has Bite. Now, as you guys know, it does take a while to charge up those moves with Bite. He does switch into his Azumarill. Now, I do have the Iron Head. Iron Head is actually neutral to Azumarill because it's also part Water type. So, I mean, yes, it is Fairy, but it's also Water, so it's going to be neutral. He takes that like a champ. Azumarill really showing its bulk. So I told you it's quite a bulky Pokemon. So it is a good Pokemon. There's a lot of poison types running around, so you might not be able to necessarily use it as often as you would like, maybe, because of all the poison types. But if your opponent isn't covered with poison Pokemon on their teams, it could come in handy, and it's definitely good in the Great League in general outside of the Twilight Cup, so it's definitely a good Pokemon. So we do go ahead and pick up the KO on that Azumarill. So yeah, I decided to I'm going to leave my Mawile in just because it really did its job. It knocked out a Pokemon, Azumarill, and I decided to just leave it in and take this hit, which is going to be Crunch. And yeah, that's going to be able to finish me off just because I'm so low in health. Switching into Toxicroak, of course, going to be able to take all of this health, or at least most of it, from the Alolan Raticate. He does switch into his Alolan Muck, and of course, Mud Bomb is the way to go. Mud Bomb's going to easily be able to tear through Alolan Muck. He does go ahead and block it, so that forces a shield, which I was really happy about because Mud Bomb charges really fast. So that's why I really like Toxicroak. Though he was saying he's definitely going to invest in the Toxicroak by the time Twilight Cup comes out. I think he was waiting for Community Day, so you could stock him in Stardust before doing that. Now, you know, I told him about Venomoth, and there's also Dustox that other people were mentioning. So, I mean, there's other options that a Pokemon that can get confusion, but yeah, it's definitely a good way to go. As I mentioned in my previous video, Venomoth is a good way to go. So is Dustox, though. I kind of like the Venomoth. The Dustox, I believe, doesn't even max out at 1300 CP or something. I think it's really low. That doesn't mean it's bad, though. But anyway, we do take that match, and that is good game. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.